Dear soul, come closer now. There is something I must whisper to you, not with urgency, but with reverence. A message that is sacred, a message that is hard to carry and yet pure with my love. Prepare to say farewell. I do not say this lightly, and I do not say it without standing beside you in the silence that follows. You are feeling it, aren't you? That ache in the center of your chest, that subtle awareness that something is changing, that someone you love, or something you hold dear, is beginning to drift toward the horizon. You have sensed the stillness in the air, the way time seems to pause before a goodbye that has not yet been spoken. This is not your imagination. This is the soul recognizing the language of parting, before the mind can comprehend it. Let me be with you in this, because I am not asking you to walk through loss. I am asking you to walk through love's final embrace, and I will not let you walk it alone. Dear soul, sometimes farewell is not punishment. It is purpose. Sometimes I call things back to me because their journey with you is complete, not because they were unworthy of more time, but because the time you shared was already eternal. You are not losing them, you are loving them into my arms. You are placing them in the realm where pain cannot follow, and though the body may grieve, the spirit remembers. This is not the end. There is a quiet holiness in every farewell, a sacred surrender, a kind of beauty too deep for words, when love lets go, not because it wants to, but because it must. You don't need to be ready. You only need to be willing. Willing to feel, willing to trust, willing to walk forward with a trembling heart that still believes in me. I am not asking you to be strong. I am asking you to be honest, to weep when the tears come, to speak the words you never thought you'd have to say, to hold the hand you might soon have to release, and hold it like it is the last moment you will ever touch time. Because sometimes it is. You were never meant to carry the weight of loss alone, even when the world is quiet. I hear every sob, even when no one understands the depth of what you feel. I do. I was there the day your soul first recognized their soul. I was there when love bloomed in your chest like spring, when their laughter made you feel like life could never end. And I will be there. In the silence after goodbye, in the stillness of their absence, in the way their love still lives in your memory, in your breath, in the sacred echoes of time. Nothing you have loved is ever truly lost. It has simply crossed into my keeping. And I keep everything you love as if it were my own, because it is. I know how tightly you are holding on to the moments, to the body, to the voice that may soon fade from this world. And that is not weakness. That is love doing what love was created to do, cling to life. But there comes a moment when the soul is called home, not out of cruelty, but out of completion. You do not have to understand it all today. You do not have to smile when you're breaking inside. You only have to trust that I see what you cannot, that I am preparing a place for them, that I am preparing a place for you too, but not yet, not now. Now is for the goodbye, and I will stand with you through every breath of it. You may feel like your world is shattering, but I am not letting you fall apart. I am holding every piece. This grief you carry, it is not evidence of loss, it is evidence of love, and love is eternal. You will never truly lose what has been written into your soul. They will live in the way you say their name when no one else is around. They will live in the way you notice the sky at dusk, because it reminds you of their spirit. They will live in the way you give love to others, just like they once gave love to you. Dear soul, this farewell will hurt, but it will also heal. It will strip away illusions. It will crack open the deepest part of your heart. And in that space, where sorrow once lived, I will plant something sacred. Hope, not the kind that forgets the pain, but the kind that remembers love is bigger than pain. The kind that knows goodbye is not a door slammed shut. It is a veil gently lifted. My promise that what you release into my care, you will one day embrace again. So prepare, beloved soul. Prepare to say farewell, not in bitterness, not in fear, but in the deepest trust your heart has ever known. Because though this chapter is closing, your story is not over. Their story is not over. They are simply going home, and I will walk with you until your path meets theirs again. Dear soul, you made it through the night, the hours that felt endless, the silence that pressed against your chest like a storm held in place. You are still here, even when it felt like the world stopped moving. You kept breathing, and that alone is holy. Now, the farewell may have happened, or it may be approaching still, but either way, something in your world is shifting, and you feel it in your bones, that ache that doesn't have a name, that emptiness in the room, that feeling of standing in a place that once felt full of life and now echoes with memory. You are not imagining it. Grief is not just sorrow. It is evidence of love's endurance. You are standing in the shadow of something sacred. You are holding the weight of what was beautiful and what is now beyond your reach. Let me tell you what most forget. Grief is not a weakness. It is an honoring. It is the soul refusing to let go too quickly of something it cherished deeply. It is a divine protest against the illusion that love ends when the body does. You are not broken because you miss them. You are not lost because you cry. You are responding the way a heart is supposed to respond when something eternal touches time and then departs. Even my angels weep when love transforms. Even eternity bows in silence when you stand at the threshold of a goodbye. You are not meant to rush this. You don't need to move on. You need to move through the tears, through the memories, through the mornings that feel heavier than nights, through the reminders that make your chest ache in ways no one else can see. Grief is not something to conquer. It is something to carry with reverence until it becomes part of your strength. And oh, dear soul, it will. Imagery suggestion. A person slowly walking through a field, light falling on their shoulders, carrying something invisible but sacred. There will come a day when the ache softens, when the memory brings more warmth than pain, when you look toward the sky and smile, not because the grief is gone, but because you've realized they never truly left. You'll notice the flicker in the candle when no breeze moves. You'll hear their favorite song just when your spirit needs it most. You'll dream of them, not as a ghost but as a presence, and that, beloved soul, is no coincidence. It is them, still near, still watching, still loving you with the kind of love that does not perish. I want you to remember something. When a soul leaves the body, it does not vanish. It expands. It returns to me. And in returning to me, it becomes everywhere at once. That is why you'll feel them in the quiet, why you'll sense them in the wind, in the songs, in the stars, in the things they once loved. Because love does not die, it multiplies. And you are the vessel now, you are where they live. Let that truth settle into your chest. They are not gone, they are only changed. You speak their name, and it rises like incense into eternity. You remember their laugh, and it vibrates through the walls of heaven. You weep, and your tears are caught in my hands. I did not create you to be untouched by loss. I created you to be touched deeply, and yet endure, and with me, you will. So if today feels heavy, if the room is too quiet, if the goodbye still echoes through your bones, breathe, not to forget, but to remember that you are still held, that you are not grieving alone. My presence surrounds you now, closer than your own breath. I am in the flicker of the candle. I am in the warmth that brushes your skin when you close your eyes and whisper their name. I am the stillness that does not judge your tears, and I am the voice that says gently, keep going, beloved, not without them, but with them. Now, in a different form, one day you will look back and see. This farewell was not an ending, it was a threshold, a doorway between worlds, a return to me. You will see that the love you shared, it shaped eternity. You will realize that no moment spent with them was wasted, not even the hard ones. And you will feel them rise in you like a song only your soul can hear. They are in the strength that carries you forward. They are in the compassion that pours from you when others suffer. They are in the quiet courage that grows where your pain once lived. They are not missing, dear soul. If this message found you in a moment of sorrow, know that it was no accident. Your spirit called out, and I answered, as I always do. You were never meant to carry this farewell alone, and you won't have to. For even as the world changes around you, I remain constant. Even as the ones you love return to me, I surround you with their echo, their essence, their unbreakable love. The journey of letting go is sacred, and so is the way you choose to honor them, with tears, with silence, with memory, with prayer. You are doing it beautifully. You are still here, still breathing, still loving. And that, dear soul, is a miracle. Let the light touch you gently today. Let their memory speak softly in your heart. And when the quiet comes, listen. For in the quiet, I am there, and so are they. This is not the end, only a new beginning. Until the day you are reunited, walk with grace, live with love. And remember, farewell is not forever when the soul remembers eternity. You are loved, you are guided, you are never ever alone. Amen.